Part 2 of this 3-part series on the Outeniqua Pass covers the southern descent from the 5th to the 10th kilometer and features the 4 passes view site. If you intend driving this pass, it's important to watch Part 1 first, which includes the Google Earth orientation clips as well as other important tourism and safety information. The second of the 3 view sites comes up at the 5.8 kilometer mark and offers slightly different perspectives of the views. If you only have time to stop at one of the view sites, make sure that it's the third one, which is marked as the 4 passes. It provides magnificent views over the entire mountainside and the coastal zone. The 4 passes are marked with a bronze plaque depicting the names, dates and brief history of each pass. Unfortunately, the bronze plaque has been recently stolen by vandals. The first and oldest of the 4 passes is listed as the Outeniqua Pass and became officially known as the Craddock Pass. Careful observation will reveal a series of white beacons on the mountain opposite and to the east of the Montague Pass. The beacons lead up the hill and disappear up and over a neck. This very steep route provided a shortcut for many years to the farming area on the northern flank of the mountains known as the Langkloof. This original route was first authorized and built by the local George magistrate Mr. A.G. van Kervel between 1812 and 1847, but the route was murderous on travelers, wagons and oxen, with gradients of 1 in 4 and stone steps in places of up to 4 feet high. Rarely would a wagon make it over the pass without a breakdown, and a staggering time frame of 3 days was needed to cross the pass, making use of a double span of oxen. The beautiful old Montague Pass can still be seen clearly from the view site. It was built in 1847, and one gets a clear view of the pass from this vantage point, whilst the railway pass, which was built in 1913, which saw beautiful steam locomotives plying the rail link between George and Oudtshoorn for many years. The gradient of the railway pass is by necessity quite gentle, as it follows the approximation of the contours all the way down to the George railway station. The 4th and final pass is the newest, which is the Outeniqua Pass and the one that you're on, and it was built using labour from Italian prisoners of war between 1943 and 1951. In 1942, when construction of the pass began, South Africa was at war and most of the road builders were up north in the South African Engineering Corps road units. The country also had to accommodate and find occupation for a large number of Italian prisoners of war. Some of these POWs were sent to George to work on the construction of the pass. Opinions vary as to exactly how many there were. One source quotes 800 and another 500, whilst Peter Bartman, a surveyor working on the pass, cannot recollect such a large number. His guess is that there were about 200 actually working on the pass. Construction commenced in October 1942, with design, supervision, surveying and materials control being provided by the Cape Provincial Roads Department. During the 5-year-long construction phase, a tunnel had been proposed near the summit, which had been designed by the same engineer who had designed the tunnel in the older Outeniqua Pass. After lengthy negotiations, it was finally decided to reroute the road over a different neck, thereby saving the state considerable costs. Construction of the Outeniqua Pass was a tough job. The drill bits barely penetrated 3 inches before they had to be resharpened and replaced, and drill sharpeners were in high demand. Progress was slow, and by the end of the war in 1945, only about 1/10 of the work had been completed. Be sure to watch the 3rd and final video in this series, which covers the section from the 10th to the 14th kilometer.
Thank you.